Hi guys, Cheyenne O'Bray here. Welcome back to day number 7. I first want to applaud you guys. Woo! Thank you for journeying through this last 7-day challenge with me. And as you could tell, I'm not the only one applauding you. I have 5 beautiful girls, 6 including my youngest daughter, sitting anxiously awaiting to go brush some horses and do something very empowering that we set out to do this morning. And I'm going to share that with you guys in a little bit. But I want to share first a little recap for those of you that might just be tuning in today, and that is the 7 keys that are going to help you access self-mastery and gaining that access to being able to live that higher dimensional forms. So, key number 1, journey with fierce intention. Key number 2, journey with fierce focus and concentration. Key number 3, journey with a balanced spirit tribe. Key number 4, journey with fierce willpower. Key number 5, journey with survival secret, which was learning how to channel your rage and anger. And key number 6, journey with fierce liberation. This has been such an empowering, amazing time of self-growth for me, and being able to share the journey with you guys has been a really exciting thing. I have to say that key number 7 really ties into all of the other keys and is a vital key in being able to achieve self-mastery. And so we're going to share right now key number 7. Key number 7, journey with a fierce self-love. And I cannot stress to you enough how vital this key is in being able to live a life of happiness, true, authentic happiness. And you really do have to learn how to love yourself. I've had it said to me many times since the separation, Cheyenne, you're never going to fully be able to love somebody else unless you can learn how to love yourself. And I've been doing a lot of shadow work, and that's really come to help me embrace my shadow and my light and integrate it and form that self-love. It's really when you are able to integrate your shadow with your light, it is really all about forming self-love. And I had to share something with the girls this morning that was placed on my heart as we were all sitting around having breakfast. I shared with them, you know, sometimes we take those fucked up things that people say about us and we carry that. And I thought back to when I was about their age and some really hateful, messed up things that was said to me that I really carried with me. And doing the shadow work that I've been doing, I had to face that. And I had to face the pain. And I had to say, fuck them, just like I shared the other day. That is not my story. That is not who I am. So as we sat around the dinner table this morning, I had them all take a piece of paper and write one thing that most hurt. The one thing that was said to them that was the dagger that carried the most pain. And so they wrote it down on a piece of paper, and I gave them the option of whether they wanted to share it. And some of them didn't, and that's okay, because sometimes we don't want to put that even out there ever again. But it is a very important thing to learn how not to allow people to give power over. It's a very important thing for us not to let people have the power over us with their words. And I explained to them how important it is to realize that, you know, words are very powerful. Words are bullets, and once you shoot them out, you can never get them back. And it is something that I've had to learn, a lesson in my life that is repeated over and over again. There is so many hateful, mean things that I've said out of being vindictive. And reality is, like I've shared before, my twin flame shared with me, you know, it came to him, he said, hurt people, and it doesn't validate it. It doesn't make you feel better about what they've said to you. But it is a true reflection of what they're going through, and really learning how to gain enough willpower and strength to not allow those hateful, mean words to take power over us and to follow us. And so I shared my journey with them as a child and some things that have happened to me that have really helped me come into my own power and realize that, you know what, self-love is key and it's vital. And as soon as I'm done with this video, these girls and I, we're going to go out with these papers and we're going to catch it on fire, and we're going to release that pain while we watch it all burn. Are you girls excited? Yeah. Yeah! Well, we even have the boy excited to see something catch it on fire. So I strongly encourage you to do this, not only in your own personal life, but encourage your kids to do it, you know, and don't even make them share if they don't feel comfortable. I have to say, the girls that shared with me today at 11 and 12 years old, the things that have been said to them at just such a young age is really, it's heartbreaking. And it pains me to know that, you know, without these life lessons and without these keys, you know, these girls, I hope that today has been an empowering day for all of you, and that you will take this, you will burn these, you know, hateful things, and you will release that. But also, as they're burning the letters, I encourage them to remember that pain, because I think it's important to grow from pain. But also, you need to know that those keys that I've shared, you know, they all can be combined together and used to access that self-mastery, and mindfulness is key, and being able to be aware of what we say, and living a life of being humble and kind, and never, oh, this one little girl, who's little, she's holding up a sign saying she's 13 years old, like, don't put me in the 11 and 12-year-old category. One day you're gonna like go, wait, where's my pause button? So we have 11, 12, and 13-year-olds with us this morning. But very long story short, I just strongly encourage you to be mindful, to always be kind and always be loving, and choose your words wisely, because as easy as it is to say, you know, we're going to burn those papers and we're not going to allow those words to have power over us, some of the things that were shared is absolutely heartbreaking, and it's really hard in our darkest hours not to take those words and let that be our inner self-destructive voice that allows us to really feel like that those words define us, and we can't allow them to have power, and we have to release it. But we also have to be really careful in never, you know, being that person that cuts somebody or, you know, injures somebody with a bullet of a word that we've shared in our time of being hateful or angry. And, you know, if I could call some of those bullets back, I would have saved myself a lot of pain and sorrow. And it really all comes back to reflection and loving yourself. And so today, I encourage you to sit down, write down, you know, a few things, at least one thing that's said to you, and it doesn't matter when, but the one thing that you can really go within and realize, that's not me, that's not my story, and fuck that, and write it down and burn it, release that pain and heal from it, because this journey through shadow work really is a journey of healing. And so I'm going to leave a link in the comment section below that actually will guide you through. It's actually my blog post that I made when I first started doing the shadow work on different steps to take and how to start the shadow work. There's little quizzes and links to different videos that was inspiring and encouraging to me. I can tell you that the shadow work has definitely been an amazing part of my awakening journey and my healing. And so I strongly encourage you on day number 7 to continue using those 7 keys to access self-mastery, but to go within and spend time, you know, figuring out what your shadow parts are and embracing them and healing. You have to embrace the pain. You have to grow from the pain. You have to feel it. You have to get it out there. And so I just can't thank you all enough for participating and following along. And you have journeyed through my happy times, my insecure times, my broken heart times in just 7 days. But I can sit here today with these 7 girls and no, not 7. I want to make 7 of you guys now. 7's my number. I can sit today with the 6 girls and 2 boys. So actually, it's a lesson that you can share with your boys too. You know, girls aren't just the only sensitive ones out there. Kids are cruel. People who are hurt people. And in the reality, you really have to realize, if you noticed the Pink song, which I'll leave a link to that because that's always an empowering video. And I love Pink. I've resonated with her music and related to it since I was very young. And the first song that she ever did was Family Portrait, and it really reflected my reality, and I could really relate to her music and have always been able to. So she has this song, and it just is a reminder, you are fucking perfect, and never forget that. And so look in the description for a link to that, as well as how to start your shadow work yourself. And thank you again. Please share with me your journey, how you're doing. You know, if you feel empowered to share, you know, some of the things that you've done in the last 7 days to help access, you know, the self-mastery, I strongly encourage you to do so. And just be a light, you guys. Shine your light of love and kindness and continue on your journey with these 7 keys as your survival keys and keys to help you be the person, your higher self that you want to be. So until my next video, which if you guys are wondering what's coming next, tune in on March 9th because I'm going to be doing a video that goes over the card readings and the horoscope reading that I had that actually coordinates with this full moon, which just happens to be a full moon in Virgo, which is my horoscope, and how much I really allowed myself to open up and be mindfully aware of the messages and receive them and how on point they were. And I'm going to go into a little bit of what this full moon is going to bring in regards to the energy update that we're all going to be receiving. So tune in on March 9th. I should have that video posted first thing in the morning so you guys could really do some time of reflection and moon meditation. Actually, I'm going to share a little bit about that as well. So I look forward to seeing you guys on March 9th. Until then, I hope that you guys practice all these keys, especially self-love today. Okay, the girls have a message for you. On your marks, get set.
Love yourself.
Love yourself, guys. It's key. Journey with fierce self-love. Have a good day. Namaste.